Hello everyone, and welcome to Jennifer Journeys Goes International. Hey Jess, what are we doing on this plane?
We're going to Peru.
In April of 2022, I was fortunate enough to go on a trip to Peru with two amazing friends. Jess and Teresa. We had a lot of fun being tourists in town, and we also managed to squeeze in some pretty amazing backpacking. Now you're invited to come along with us on our journey. So let's dive in, shall we? Yes, we are officially boarded on our plane for Lima. Yes! First sights of Lima. Social distancing steps. So here we are. It's our, I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. We have a flight from Lima to Cusco in a couple more, 2 or 3 more hours. If I make it all the way to that, I'll have been awake for pretty much 24 hours. Just won't let me sleep.
Disculpe. Tengo sueño.
It's just learning Spanish. Bueno, os cuento todo en español porque estamos en Peru! Just kidding, I won't talk to you all in Spanish. But we have just arrived in Cusco. This is like my first experience ever of Peru. And it happens to be Holy Week or Semana Santa. Today is Palm Sunday. So we got this cool, like, ceremony happening in the background. Literally we've only been here like a few minutes. Taxi ride. So like sleep deprived, but this is so cool. Okay, so it's hard to see, but see, puma, snake. You really can make it out. We're looking at kind of the, that's the tail. Yeah, that's the tail right there. It's foot right there. Cool. Another cool thing you can see here is that like right on top of these ancient Incan stones is like the Spanish architecture. They just kind of came in and built right on top of it, which is bizarre. Perfect. So it's been a really fun first day in Peru. We spent the whole day in Cusco. And Cusco is over 11,000 feet. So been adjusting a little bit to the altitude. We're climbing up right now to get back to our hostel. And so it's a little bit out of breath. What's been fun to try and what everyone here has recommended for the altitude is like coca leaves. So you can make like a tea out of them or honestly just chew on them. And feeling pretty good, truthfully. I was a little nervous about coming to this altitude having been living at a much lower altitude, but it's been a really, really fun first day. All 3 of us are just kind of super happy to be here. And we have some cool travel plans for tomorrow. So gonna rest up and get ready for those. Good morning. So we are up bright and early today, currently waiting on our ride. The plan for today is to make our way to Aguas Calientes, and we'll stay there tonight, and then the following day we'll head up to Machu Picchu, and Aguas Calientes is kind of the launching point for going there. There are a few different ways you can get there. We are, the most common is by train, like from Cusco to Aguas Calientes by train. We're going to do something a little different today that should be fun. We're going to go on a pretty long car ride that'll get us up into the mountains close to Aguas Calientes, and then we'll have a couple hours of walking, and then we'll be in town. So that's the plan for today. Like I said, we're just up waiting on our ride, and I'm excited. Oh yeah, sorry. So this complicates things a little bit. There's an active rock slide going on right now. But they want us in the van. We're gonna get back in. All right, they let us through, so we're gonna hope for the best here. After our 5 or 6 hour long van ride up. Scary. What'd you guys think of our ride? What'd you guys think of our ride up the mountain? Sketch, just so beautiful. Yeah, it was a long and very, very curvy ride, and I probably would have shown you more of it, except I spent most of it really focused on not getting sick. When my eyes were open, it was really pretty.
When her eyes were open, she couldn't see some of it either, because there was dust everywhere.
Oh yeah, it was pretty dusty towards the end. In fact, one of the scariest points was when we figured our driver also probably couldn't see anything, but continued to drive.
Next to the cliff.
Next to the cliff. But we made it! Okay, here we go. We got a 2 to 3 hour walk to Aguas Calientes. Or Cusco. Oh, here we go. No, go ahead. Go ahead. That would be sketch indeed. You want to try it? No! So we were wondering whether trains do in fact run on these tracks. So this route we're doing today kind of takes us around the backside of Machu Picchu. So pretty sure this mountain or some part of it is why well, I don't know if I'm saying it right, sorry, Huayna Picchu. And then Machu Picchu itself should be sort of in the valley, and you can actually start to see, like, there's some terraces over here on this hillside, which is kind of neat. And then up on the top up here, some sort of structure. So kind of neat. We're definitely getting close to some ancient ruins. We are almost to Aguas Calientes, and you can kind of see some of the buses that take people from Aguas Calientes up to Machu Picchu. These mountains are so incredibly like high. I just want to like stare up the whole time. And also this water is intense. We are having a good authentic dinner this evening. Teresa, what are you having? What's this called? Caldo de gallina. Yes, indeed. So we're on our bus ride up to Machu Picchu. And the views are totally stunning, as you can tell by this rock we just stopped in front of. No, really, it's so beautiful. You can see the river down there a little bit, and there's no way I can capture in a video like how vast this place is. It's so cool. It's a little cloudy at the top. Hopefully we'll be able to see a little more. Just waiting to get in right now. Oh my goodness. Even without any Incan ruins. Wow. So down here you can see the river, and just beside it over here are the train tracks that we were walking along yesterday. So when we could see the mountain, like we could see these terraces here, and this little structure at the top here. This is what we could see from where we were way down in the valley down there. So pretty neat. We got to walk around this whole thing. Buenos dias. So sleepy. So there's a few different tickets, like different ticket options when you do Machu Picchu. The one that we have decided to do, because we're crazy, is hike up Machu Picchu mountain. And so we got some cool pictures coming in, and then we do just the way it is. They have certain entrance times. So we have an entrance time where we have to do the mountain first, and then we'll be able to come back down and see some of the like city, the ruins of Machu Picchu. But for now, big steep climb into the sky. Okay, so there's two different mountains you can hike on either side of Machu Picchu. Apparently we picked the less steep one. I wonder what the other one looks like. Still not to the top, but oh my. Kind of blends right in with the clouds, but there's this. I wish I knew which mountain peak this was. It's amazing to see the stark contrast between like how snowy the really high ones are. Yeah, we were up at 15,000 feet yesterday, or close to it at least, on our bus ride, and there was no snow. So that has got to be well over that. Yeah. Estamos llegando. We're almost to the top, I think. Now we really made it. Lunchtime. What do you guys think? Worth it?
We did it!
Yeah. The view has been gorgeous all the way up. So this is the final view of Machu Picchu from the top of Machu Picchu mountain. This peak right here is Machu Picchu mountain, and that is where we were not very long ago. So we are now on our way back down to Aguas Calientes from Machu Picchu. There you can take the bus back down, or there is a like hiking path where you can go back down. We took the bus up this morning because we knew we were going to climb Machu Picchu mountain and we didn't want to be just like totally exhausted trying to do that. But we figured we would take the hike back down into the valley, and that is what we're working on now. So to reward ourselves for all of our hiking and exploring and just honestly just having a great day, we're going to the hot springs. Aguas Calientes means hot waters, and so we're gonna enjoy those tonight before we actually leave town on a late night train to head back to Cusco. Good morning, we are back in Cusco. There's a lot of people in town today. When we were here last time, it was a Sunday, it was kind of quiet, but lots of traffic, lots of people. We're gonna spend a little bit more time here, and then tonight we are catching a flight to Lima. So moving, packing a lot into this trip. Yesterday was a really beautiful day in Machu Picchu. Everything went so smoothly, so beautiful, like unreal to actually be there. And yeah, we had a late train ride / bus back to Cusco last night. Crashed when we got here, and it's out enjoying the day today. So I have to say, everything we eat in Peru is delicious. This is a quinoa soup, and it's so good. Do you agree? Yeah. Alright, so another one of the specialties in Peru is koi, which is essentially guinea pig. Jess and Teresa wanted to split this, so they literally split it in half for them. So we have made it to Huaraz. This is where we plan to start a pretty cool trekking or hiking. Sorry, speaking Spanish too many days, you can't speak English anymore. But there's this sweet looking mountain up here. We're not gonna be climbing that, but we are gonna be hiking in these mountains, and I'm super excited. This is the view from our hostel. Yeah.